I'm going to do kind of a quick analysis of Days of Wine and Roses. I guess we never did it before. Pretty straight ahead, huh? The tune's just two 16-bar phrases, right? So if you the tune's an F, obviously, and if you think of it, the tune's really just, it's like a tonic statement, and it does a bunch of stuff, and then it goes to a subdominant. You know, there's standard course of music in most pop music is tonic, subdominant, and then you go to the dominant, resolves back to tonic, it starts over. This one does just that. It's got this all kind of bullshit going along, and then we eventually get to subdominant area. It's the same kind of subdominant. Then we're heading our way back to still subdominant. Now we're going to get to our. Now we're back to our 5 chord. Now we start. Say it again. So if you look at the analysis, so 1 Ionian, right? Lydian flat 7. Melody. Melodic minor. Old days would have been harmonic minor going down to the 2 minor, but nowadays we pretty much play off some type of altered 7 chord, then it resolves. He's got that line, but I actually hear it as. So you think it was 1 flat 7, it's a 6/7, and then on the 4th bar becomes 5/7 of 2 Dorian, and this standard 2/5. This is a sub 5. This 2/5 of. It's going to the D minor, right? So there's the sub 5 of D. So this would be which implies melodic minor, Lydian flat 7. And even though this says 3 minor, that's 6. Not many guys play a minor chord there. Most guys are, because that's going to become the 5 again to the 2 minor. And then we're going to do a 2/5 of. That's altered, it's not 7. This is a 2/5 of the C, the 5 chord, right? So just standard 2/5 Dorian Lydian, 2/5, and I always alter that back to 1. I mean, you could get, there's different ways to announce, but that's the way I look at it. It's really just 1 flat 7, that's 6, then it becomes 5 of 2. This is just contiguous 2/5s. It's a sub 5 of that D. 3 to the, there you are finally hitting that D or the sub 5 of 2, 2/5 of 6. But the 6 really is the 2/5 of that C, the 5 chord. And then the second time through, so it has that. It's the same kind of statement. If you hear it as big area and tonic, eventually go through this whole subdominant thing. All those chords, even though they're dominant chords, it's really in a big subdominant area. You can almost think of it like a blues tune. A blues is just 1, 4, 5. It's 1 tonic, subdominant, dominant. You do it again. This is the same. Most tunes are put together that way. Anyway, second time through, same thing. Flat 7, 6. That 6 becomes 5 of 2. Same contiguous sub 5 of. You can play minor. I always call that dominant chord. Now we got a 2/5, even though it does the sub 5, 2/5 of 3, right? And he puts in the sub 5 of that Lydian flat. So that's minor. On the, I always use Locrian on those. You can use whatever you want. There's 50 million places to pull from a minor 7 flat 5 chord. I like Locrian to Lydian flat 7. I never play minors. I always play a minor, a sharp 9. It has that. The only thing you're missing is a flat 3rd, but it's there if you play the altered scale. 2, 5, 1, 4, 1. So the tune spends most of the time in subdominant area. So that's the second statement through. It's the same thing as the first one, but he actually at the very end he does that 1 subdominant. That's kind of the nature of the tune. Anyway, I guess I could write it up. Yeah. I'll do the second part again. So 1, Lydian flat 7 or flat 7, 6, 7 altered, and that becomes 5 of 2. This is just a sub 5 of the D. So that's melodic part. Same set of notes, just 2, 5. just hate those minor chords. Lydic flat 7. I never would do that. You know, if you can think of it, it's like that's a standard chord pattern in jazz. It's the same. There's just different ways of doing the same thing. You're going 5 of 2 to go to subdominant area. Anyway, if you look at it if you want, or actually write it out, or do a better version of it. Thanks.